ICU is our first role I'm going to discuss a little bit. Tele-ICU actually started with two physicians in the 90s, the very late 90s, who were at Johns Hopkins University, and they developed a software program that could trend patient data, pulling it from the EHR and other types of systems within the hospital, lab, radiology, and pull it into a central place, make a dashboard, if you will, for it, and look at a patient's trends and pull all the data on one page so that an advanced practitioner, physician, or nurse could actually look at that data and make some decisions based on that. Those two physicians called their company VisiQ, and they were in existence for about 6 years before they sold it to Philips Healthcare, who is one of our largest healthcare or medical equipment companies, in 2008. The goal was to enable healthcare to be standardized in critical care so that one ICU in maybe a 20-bed hospital, in remote Montana would receive the same level of care and expertise as maybe a major metropolitan medical center in Boston, Massachusetts. So that was their whole goal. And it was likened to sort of an air traffic control, if you will. So they centralized it, they put special units within the hospital so that they would all be in one place, they could all look at trends, and there'd be a team, usually a nurse and a physician or advanced practitioner looking at that data together. From their website, I actually got a couple of studies that they like to advertise. One was a 5-year study that examined over 120,000 patients in 56 patient units, 32 hospitals, and 10 healthcare systems. And they did find a significant reduction of length of stay and mortality in their ICU patients. The second study, which is very phenomenal to me, I don't really have a lot of data about it, but it is on the Philips website, and it says that they when they instituted an EIC program in a large major metropolitan hospital, they actually reduced their malpractice claims by 9%. So that was phenomenal to me. Our cameras are very high definition, so we can do things like zoom in and see a wound if they want us to look at a wound. Or a doctor can camera in, zoom in, and look at the way the breathing pattern is and that sort of thing. We do things such as second signature for blood products. So we can zoom in, see the name band, read the blood bag, and then we can camera in, tunnel in through a software program to their electronic health record and sign right there with the nurse like we were standing there typing it in. So we have a lot of capability that way. So we are centralized in an area. Now we're in a building that is not near any hospital. So we are a freestanding building. That was kind of in that initial video with that glass building. We're in a freestanding building. Most of our nurses have a minimum of 15 years critical care experience. We currently are hiring nurses with 2 years or more experience, but the average experience is 19 years with an average overall nursing experience of 24 years. So our nurses are very experienced. So one of the things that we bring to the table for nurses maybe in a 6-bed ICU in rural Missouri is we have a nurse that may have neuro experience, a nurse that has CT ICU experience, a nurse with burns, a nurse with trauma. So we have all these nurses. If that nurse maybe hasn't seen a certain, in a small hospital, 6 beds, come out and have a balloon pump, but if they did, one of our nurses could help walk them through it, show them about timing and things like that. So there's that wealth of experience, which is just so phenomenal. Our nurses have 2 primary responsibilities, monitoring and quality. So the monitoring arm is looking at those trends. We can see real-time data. We don't look at real-time like EKG data on every single patient because we may be monitoring 50 patients, and to have 50 waveforms pulled up is a little bit of a challenge for us. We do have 6 monitors, but we have a lot of other software up and going. So we pull up the sickest patient. So if a nurse tells us, hey, Mr. Jones, I think he's been having some active pain, and I'm just worried that he might go into something like VTAC or VFib, could you pull him up and watch him for me during your shift and just kind of keep an extra eye on that? So we do it that way. Those patients that really need some extra monitoring, we'll pull up their waveforms for the nurse and we can look at them. So we have that ability to pull up what waveforms we need. We also will do a quality function. So the quality function is more of Are they meeting their vent bundles? Do they have DVT prophylaxis ordered? Those sorts of things. And that's what Kira alluded to on the video. We're part of the team, and that's really what we want to be. We want to be part of that team. We're not physically there, but in this time of nurses being strapped to do more, some of the things you talked about, the red side, some of the things that cause the red side, not enough resources, giving too many tasks to do. Some of those tasks that don't require that bedside nurse to actually touch the patient for, we can help with. So we can be an adjunct to that care. And that way, hopefully, the goal is that that bedside nurse can do what she loves, and that's touch the patient in some way. Do those sorts of things.
So during shift handoff, the red button is pushed and the virtual care nurse is activated. He or she would immediately come inside the patient's room through the use of the camera. The bedside nursing handoff is a complex event involving exchange of critical information. And this is also a critical point in which critical data can be lost or missed during a shift handoff. Having the virtual nurse there as a participant during the handoff strengthens the data handoff, as well as providing support for the information being given. Laboratory data, trending, vital signs, assessment, all of these are reviewed for trending, and questions are asked and answered during the handoff process. The rapport that they build is through a series of positive interactions with the healthcare team. It isn't about Big Brother watching and seeing what I'm missing. It is about an integrated healthcare system that functions to supplement the care that you're providing as an individual nurse. Our model is a comprehensive, integrated care delivery model designed to marry evidence-based practice and evidence-based medicine with technology in order to decrease patient morbidity and mortality. What it is not is a standalone model meant to replace nurses at the bedside. So in closing, virtual presence, when utilized in conjunction with traditional nursing, has the potential to innovate a new system of nursing care delivery across the world while maintaining a compassionate and therapeutic relationship between nurses and patients that enhance the healthcare experience.